up almost made me shit a brick because I don't play this game a lot. Usually only when I record or when I'm really bored and I'm seeking a challenge, so I don't remember all the quests that I've done. And it's because of that this particular instance comes up, and well, I had a pretty interesting mindset. What happened? I mean, it seems simple enough. I'll get to that mindset a little bit later. And holy crap, it's Poogie. Now, I heard in several cases Poogie gives you very subtle item reward increase chance, or a possibility of getting a rare item. I don't really know because the conflicts are, you know, very conflicting. And so I really can't say what Poogie does. But as a mascot, he's pretty cool. So this is supposed to be a very simple hunt. I believe it was just kill 20 Velociprey. You know, very straightforward. And another thing I would advise doing before any quest, any hunt, is check out what the requester says about the hunt, because it'll give you a little bit of insight of what's gonna be in the hunt. If there's anything, anyway. Might give you a tip or two that you didn't know, or what. And plus, because Monster Hunter is, well, more centered on hunting than story, any story that is in this game is most likely going to be very subtle, and you're not going to really notice it. The requests that are done, and if you read why they want you to do these hunts for them, gives you kind of a reasoning why to do the hunts. So it provides a little bit of story, not much, but just enough to keep it just a little bit more interesting. Now in this quest, Area 10, I believe, once you hit the down to 10 Velociprey count, is when Velociprey, I suspect that they constantly spawn in Area 10, so as soon as you begin killing them, they will just come back right away. Saves you the trouble in finding them, that's for sure. But Area 10 is also something to be feared too. And I'm just swinging this greatsword around kind of like a retard, but kind of doing it for a reason. If you hit a Velociprey in mid-air with, I think, almost any weapon, and you kill it in mid-air, the body gets cut in half. And so it's pretty cool, and I was trying to do that right there, which I failed at. And now, here's what almost made me shit a brick. That right there. That is Garuga. I hate this motherfucker. And if you're feeling suicidal, go ahead and try fighting him. Otherwise, just run like a fucking pansy. It's not worth fighting this guy over. He's a terror in battle, and his hitbox is just huge. And I was able to ninja my way past him. And the whole mindset with this monster was, I see him, and just as he's about to land, the only word that came into my mind was Nope. Because even in this hunt, even in Freedom, I think it was Freedom 2 and Freedom Unite, I think he's both in there as well. He even gave me a hard time in those games. And if he can give me a hard time in those games where I'm using long swords, it's just, he's gonna be a pain in the ass to anyone. One of the reasons why he's such a pain is his tail is incredibly sensitive to any sort of physical shock. So as soon as that tail hits you, even if it was him that hits you with his tail, there's a good chance he will poison you. And of course, Area 9. This is a wonderful place where the camera lovingly hugs your backside. Kind of a disorienting, really, and that's one of the reasons why you never want to fight a large monster in Area 9. Now, I don't know if there's any Velociprey in Area 5. I didn't go bother and check. I just went to Area 10. I found that the Yin Garuga was in, you know, it took off, and I spent the rest of the time this quest killing Velociprey in this area. And it's the reason why I suspect that they continuously respawn in it. I don't know why, but Velociprey are just always so much fun to kill. They really are. I'm not sure if it's some sort of homicidal tendency I should probably take up with a psychiatrist about, but, you know, they're very fun to torment and just completely slaughter. Plus they're kind of dopey. Now, if the Yin Garuga was nearby for any other hunter doing this quest and you managed to complete it, since you're invincible, you might as well try taking on the Garuga just to see some of its combat. Even though actually fighting the damn thing to the death is a whole nother thing entirely. You need to have a lot of patience with this guy. And the Yin Garuga applies the most irritating features of both the Yin Kutku and the Rathian all in one. So to put it pretty frank, it is a spawn from hell. Now the next hunt that's coming up here really made me, like, it cracks me up. It really does.